Hey there everybody, this is AJ from the Mighty Glue Stick. Today I'm going to be bringing you another non-dragon monster video, just to break it up a little bit, and it's a twofer, just to make up for it. Two creatures I particularly like working together, that I don't often see other people mentioning working together, but for me they seem like a natural combination. That is the Ettercap, just a fantastic monster, and the Displacer Beast. Now, the reason why I think these guys work so well together will become clear. Ideologically and physically, they are a good team. So, the history of the Displacer Beast, so this is a feline type creature with tentacles on its back, 6 limbs. It's kind of lean and mean looking, like a slavering black cheetah. It doesn't attack with its claws and teeth. Really, I mean, if you wanted to sure, go ahead, give it a 1d4 for a slash attack or whatever. But what it does is it anchors itself with its quite tremendous strength. It's got a strength of 18, and it whips those tentacles around really quickly. Now, if you've ever seen like a National Geographic special on slowed down and measured kick speeds and things for different martial arts styles, you'll see that getting a lot of speed behind your attack and whipping it out and slamming it into somebody can smash limbs and things like that and do internal damage. So that slapping attack of it is quite potent. Now, don't be afraid to use its strength and things to push, shove and pull people. It does have barbed ends on those tentacles for a reason. It can manipulate you, knock you prone, trip you over and things like that. But of course the main strength of the Displacer Beast is its ability to disguise its appearance of where it actually is. Now, this is a permanent illusion, okay? So it's not like a wavering effect which comes in and out. It's constantly active, and it's only revealed as a lie by the behavior of people who are attacking it. So its opponents will reveal that it's not actually in its physical location because they strike at it and it simply passes through the air like it's not there. Now, somebody who has no information on what a Displacer Beast is or what it can do would think that the creature is insubstantial. They may actually mistake that for some sort of physical property of the creature itself that allows it to for weapons to just pass through it, which would be mind-bending in itself. Why does the Displacer Beast get along so well with the Ettercaps? Now, they were bred like attack dogs by the nasty fey creatures, the unseelie, so the dark fairies, quicklings and fomorians and things like that, right? They were designed as an attack dog force to take down other fey creatures like unicorns or Pickett or all that sort of lovely, beautiful creatures of the Fae, and as a result, these things have no respect for the natural world. They hate them and they hunt them down. They also are the natural enemies of blink dogs, which were used by the Seelie Court, the good fairies, to hunt down and kill all of the Displacer Beasts, which they seemed to think are a natural abomination and should be wiped out of existence, and they almost succeeded. But of course, many Displacer Beasts, quite smart, having been trained by the Unseelie to deal with humanoids, have escaped into the natural world, and this is generally where you're going to find them, either on the fringes or in the dark and dismal areas of the Fae, or in the natural world, escaped from the Fae and really wanting nothing to do with it anymore. They're quite happy using their natural abilities to kill non-Fae creatures. They are attracted to the lairs of Ettercaps because Ettercaps hate forests and things. They despoil and kill everything around them. They eat trees and kill them at the roots because they don't care. They don't care about the forest. They only care about the creatures that live in the forest and consider them to be prey. So if a tree is just a series of branches that they can hang webs on to attract and catch things like flies. Now, Ettercaps have got no problem with Displacer Beasts because they seem to share the same foul heart, and Ettercaps quite easily use the Displacer Beast to protect them or train them or use their commands and things like that to their own advantages. Now, of course, if an Ettercap is hungry, it'll probably turn on a Displacer Beast and kill it, but that's outside of the bounds of a good encounter, and we don't really need to worry about it. If you encounter a Displacer Beast in a lair of an Ettercap, you're already in serious trouble. The Ettercap will be aware of you long before you've entered its drain because the webs and things that it's lined along the forest floor will have ding-ding-dingle. You're walking across alarm bells miles before you realise what you're actually walking into. Of course, you'll start becoming aware of the dark and dismal and decayed state of the forest around you, funguses and rot and slime pits and things like that, and the smell of decaying creatures that are hanging from web and choked up trees which are dying from lack of sunlight because of strands of gossamer billowing stuff over top of you with a sickly yellow mould attached to it. The Ettercaps, of course, cultivate spiders like pets. Now, they don't look at them like fluffy bunny pets, they are pets of a kindred, so they're its hunting pack. It is not a humanoid, it doesn't communicate with humanoids, it hunts and kills humanoids. It is a cold, merciless killer with black, murderous eyes, much like a shark coming at you. You wouldn't try and reason with it, you're just trying to get out of its way. Now, a Displacer Beast is only challenge rating 3, Ettercap is only challenge rating 2, so they're relative lightweights physically by themselves. Combine them together with their special abilities and their minions, you get a whole new factory of nasty. So Ettercaps become wild and crazy with what these things can do with their webs. Their bite and their claws are the least of their weapons. Their ability to hold you up and choke you and fall you down pits and mess you up in all sorts of ways, while other spider minions are coming at you from all different directions, that is the real deadly strength. So they can hover up in the branches above you, drop down a web like a garrote, hook it around your neck and pull you up off the ground. So you have to break the strength of the web whilst choking to death from lack of breath. Meanwhile, these things can easily hold you with one hand and stab you with a spear from the other. They can use tools, obviously, or they can be calling in their spider minions that come down the web to cross over your face. Ugh. They can easily pull back some saplings and secure them with a little glob of glue on either side and spread a web in between the saplings so that when they release it, the saplings snap forward either into the form of an instant fence with a sticky web in between, or slap a flying creature out of the air and slam it into the ground with a natural sticky web covering all over it. Meanwhile, swarms of spiderlings come and cover it so that it's almost obscured from view under millions of legs and biting faces. The Displacer Beast could be sitting next to a pit trap which is covered in a little gossamer bunch of web with leaves and things attached to it. So not only do you not see the pit trap, but you think the Displacer Beast is actually standing on top of the pit. So you may come at the Displacer Beast, realise at the last minute that the Displacer Beast isn't there. It slapped you from a couple of feet away with its tentacles and slammed you straight through it and into a spiked trap. Not only that, but the spike trap has got sticky web all around the outside of it, which is incredibly difficult to get out of. Even worse, that pit trap may in fact be the lair of a tunnel web spider. A really big one, which grabs you and goes, pulls you into its lair and starts munching on you, way out of the help of any of your allies, because it's very hard to get down there and save you. So, yeah, you might want to stick yourself together with a bunch of ropes. So, Ettercaps, yeah, really bad, nasty things. They can have all sorts of webs which they're throwing over you during the fight, which have a consistently high and rising DC of strength checks to just move around, because you're starting to get glued down. You're literally being wrapped around by these things, much like the A-wings were wrapping around the AT-AT's feet, and sooner or later you're going to topple and these things are going to be all over you. Spider minions coming from all sorts of different directions, and the more wrapped up you are, the less able you are to attack multiple foes. The smaller and more opportunistic the spiders will be, and quite often the small ones are the most venomous. At least with scorpions, at least. So yeah, Ettercaps and Displacer Beast, natural combination, very, very nasty. So the Displacer Beast can be used to corral you in, lure you in. It may run ahead of you. You may be firing arrows at the wrong location. And by the time you've gotten into actual physical combat with the thing, it's hiding safely behind all its webs and its web-slinging nasty buddies. So yeah, very, very, very nasty. And quite usable for low-level campaigns. So yeah, have fun with it.